And welcome in, Trailblazers Courtside on this Monday. This is the only segment of the program I'm going to be introing, because coming up in the program tonight, it's a Courtside takeover. CJ McCollum, Meyers Leonard, they'll be running the ship. Mike Rice, you and I just sit here and fill in the gaps there are.
The word on the street is they just may save this show, because there's a lot of rumors going on of what's going to happen to Courtside. So I'm hoping they can help us.
All right, well, I wasn't aware of that. Let's take a look at what's coming up on the Courtside tip-off presented by Standard TV and Appliance tonight. Pretty obviously, it's a different show, and that's a good thing. CJ and Meyers are running the show, and now Farouk Amino, I did an interview with him last week along with Noah Vonleh. We may or may not get to those. We'll see how the show goes. Again, the Courtside tip-off presented by Standard TV and Appliance. CJ and Meyers, you guys ready to roll?
Yeah, definitely ready.
And this is no big deal for you because you do this on Sirius XM satellite, right?
Yes, sir. Sirius XM Radio, channel 217.
Yeah, but that is nothing like Courtside. Courtside, I mean, is the
legit. Yeah, absolutely. This is nothing like this is the biggest stage. You know, Blazer fans are listening and watching. Right. All the girls are watching Meyers Leonard, so this should be a great.
Ooh. He's off the market now.
Yeah.
That means that they can still watch.
Oh. I should have brought Bella in. Where's Bella?
Yeah, I should have. You know, She's really popular on Instagram, people, by the way.
Yeah, but a lot of Oregon fans really are tired of Bella because they see Bella more than they do CJ
on the gram.
No.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Bella's she's blowing up. 2,000. She's on Instagram or on?
Almost 2,000 followers. Only Instagram because all she does is take beautiful pictures.
Stay tuned tonight. Trailblazers Courtside special edition coming up. Three-point shooter. That one, though, way short. Batum up ahead. Nice bounce pass to Lillard, and he dunks.
Now resets to Harden. Harden on the move. Down the lane against Lopez. Shot blocked by Aldridge.
Here he comes. He's got room. Lillard for the tie. Got it! With 3 seconds left.
Where have you seen that before?
Those rebounds. I'll tell you, Cantor.
Lillard. Oh, he packs it on Gobert.
Gobert, you're a poster.
Welcome back to Trailblazer Courtside. I'm CJ McCollum, being joined by Triple M. We got Meyers, the legend, Leonard, Mike, and Mike. Appreciate you guys letting us on the show. And we're going to change it up a bit. Meyers, talk to me a little bit about your summer. Blazer fans are really interested in seeing, the maturation process in your game. Obviously, a bigger role now. More room for error, more room for growth.
Sure. Yeah, I think this summer has been a big success for me. Obviously, the training and everything, is always a given. But the wedding and the honeymoon was also something that was added in there. I got married, which was an amazing experience. To be able to have everybody come out to Portland and celebrate with us was awesome. Not only that, but I was your first wedding, so I'll take the crown for that one. But no. Then I, of course, went to Italy. Italy was a ton of fun. Ellie and I, really enjoyed ourselves. We got to see the entire country, do some different things, eat a lot of good food.
Did she let you play basketball during your honeymoon?
I actually, it was in the summer plan the entire time to actually not touch a ball, to kind of get away from the game a little bit, kind of, deload. But then, going up until then, a lot of hard work up, 5:30 a.m., really getting after it and working on my game, getting stronger, doing whatever I could to, help the team in the upcoming season.
How many Blazer fans did you see over there? Because I saw some of your tweets and whatnot. Sure. Was that pretty cool to be recognized over
cool.
in Europe?
I just happened to need, I was wanting to get a workout in there, so I was running up the Spanish Steps, the upper part of them anyway, because there were so many people on the bottom. But I got done, and I could tell these people were kind of eyeing me. I was like, these people really must know who I am. But they stopped me and said they were big fans. They're from Portland and everything. So that was pretty neat. I probably saw 5-10 people. Which, for being so far away.
He's just tall. CJ, they're going to look at him because he's tall, right?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. Obviously they've seen that playoff performance. They've seen the celebrations and the flexing. And I think they just recognize that, hey, that is the legend right there. Beautiful face.
The beautiful face, yes, that too. CJ, you talk about him in the playoffs and kind of emerging. You had a pretty good playoff series yourself.
Yeah, take us to the playoffs. Take us to your summer real quick, please. Please do.
You're going to do that. Well, for me personally, I felt like I had a lot of things I needed to improve on, and obviously it's important to take a break, like you said before, to kind of get away for a little bit, and I did that. I took a mini vacation. I think I went to Hawaii with my girlfriend. We went to Hawaii for a little bit, and then secondly, just staying here most of the summer. I was here working with the staff, getting my lifts in, and just kind of, taking advantage of my time with BK, with Todd, and with Nate and DV and all the other staff that was available, and just trying to get better in pick and rolls, get more efficient with my ball handling so that I'm getting to spots instead of over dribbling, and just becoming a more effective player, because obviously I'm going to have an increased role. I'm going to have to get more minutes. I'm going to have to be more consistent on a day-to-day basis. So in order to be more consistent, you got to be able to just get to the elbow and pull up, or they go under the screen, make the read, knock it down the shot. And obviously, like I've seen it before, I had about 2 assists in the playoffs, so I have to become a better passer. And I think that
You had to?
Yeah, I had to.
Oh, okay.
That's a good number.
I missed those.
Yeah, I had 2 assists. I missed them too. I was surprised. I didn't recall getting those assists. Maybe somebody hit a 3 or into the half, a half-court shot or something like that. But just getting better with the offense and understanding spots and just kind of slowing down and playing with better pace. And I think it comes with getting more experience and then having a better understanding of where guys are going to be at. So.
I looked at both of you when you were much younger, and now I saw the pictures of you guys on the beach in San Diego. How much different is your body now than it was like 4 years ago?
Oh, it's a lot different. Myers is still probably jacked like he was 4 years ago. But for me personally, my body's changed a lot, even since breaking my foot in college and breaking my foot my rookie year. Just continuing to be cognizant of getting your lifts in on days you don't feel like it. Obviously, on the NBA, we're lifting on game days, and the more DMPs you get, the more lifts you get, and then you try to mix it up and make sure that when you are playing, you're still sticking to your routine. I think that's the biggest thing. Just continue to lift throughout the season, because it's 82 games over 7 months, and then in the summertime taking that break and then consistently lifting and doing the yoga or whatever it takes to increase your flexibility, core strength, and back strength, because it's a long season. And I think one of the things we focused on the last 2 years is leg strength, just getting stronger so that I can hit those off-balance shots and be able to guard players better in the pick and roll.
That's one thing that people don't see, fans maybe. You talk about getting an opportunity in games, and fans say, okay, well, that's the only chance they're getting. But people don't see the development and what goes into the day-to-day when you're not maybe in the rotation. And you guys both are pretty good examples of, and even we could throw Will Barton in there too, and T-Rob, and guys that worked hard and continued to work, and fans aren't seeing maybe the fruits of their labor necessarily during the season, but then when you get your opportunity, when you step in, it shows that the development part, something's going right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I can speak a little bit for CJ because I see him in there working out, but for me, it's been a long process. After Neil drafted me, he pretty much flat out said, this is going to be at least a 3-year process, and all of a sudden, at the end of the 3rd year, the playoffs come around. I just happened to kind of have, a good end of the season. So, it's like you were saying, the fruits of the labor. It's tough. Every day you're consistently working as hard as you can, doing individual workouts, lifting as much as you can, trying to, figure out different ways to get better, how you can help the team. For me, obviously continue to work on my threes and space to court, and then work on everything else. But yeah, it takes a long time, and it's frustrating. I mean, it took me a while to adjust, not only mentally to the game, but also physically, and just what exactly I could do to help our team when I was on the court.
Before the Memphis series, confidence after the Memphis series and before, did it change a lot, or were you always thinking that, if I get a chance, I'll be able to?
That's for both of you, because you both had good.
Yeah. CJ the same way. I mean, Tony Allen, he wanted to go. He didn't want to see you ever again. The way you turned him inside out.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I always knew I could play at this level. It was just more about consistently putting games together. And people always say, well, he was drafted here and Myers was drafted there, and they should be able to produce right away. But they got to understand our situations. Me coming in, I was hurt early on, which is not an excuse. It's something that you have to deal with and roll with. But the fact that we were so successful early on, you look at our record in my rookie year, we winning 20-something games in a row, and then me trying to fight my way back into the rotation. And then the second year, having to go through breaking my finger in 4 places, then having to come back and learn how to shoot with a finger split, and then just actually getting rid of the finger split against the trainer's recommendation, just because it's harder to shoot with it. But it's a process that first getting into the rotation, then understanding that the NBA game is different than college, and then your role changes. You go from playing with the ball in your hands to playing off the ball, and then having to play off all-stars, and then learning the offense. And it's a thing that you constantly have to grow at, improve at, and you have to work on, obviously taking coaching. Understanding that you got to guard every possession, understanding that you're on a playoff team, not a lottery team, so each possession is more magnified, whereas some of my buddies are on teams that aren't so good, and coaches let things go. They don't let that go when you're on a playoff team competing for a seed, so it was a process for me, but once I got the opportunity, there was a lot of injuries and a lot of things that happened. What my family always preaches, what my mom always preaches, you don't blow an opportunity by not playing, you blow an opportunity by not being ready to play. So I just made sure I stayed ready. I got my work in. My brother came out, my dad came out, and we went to the gym like we always do at night, and we just worked whether I was playing or not. It was like, this is what you did when you were in high school, when you were in college, so this is what you need to do now. And it just so happens that I put together like a good 20 games or something in a row where I was playing, and then we had the All-Star break, and then we had the trade, and then into March I was playing again. So it was just a cultivation of just being patient and taking advantage of opportunities when they came.
Take us to break, man. When we come back, we'll talk about I want to hear about the San Diego trip.
Okay, sure. We got a lot to talk about. You're watching Trailblazers Courtside on Comcast Sportsnet. CJ McCollum, the legend, Mike and Mike. Here. Fans, get the best seats to the most popular Trailblazer matchups while they last. Individual game tickets are on sale now, but act fast. Call 844-RIP-CITY or visit trailblazers.com to get your tickets today. Welcome back to Trailblazers Courtside. CJ McCollum here, being joined by Meyers Leonard, Mike and Mike. We were just talking about what it was like to play in the NBA playoffs, talking about our maturation process from year 1 to 3 for me, 4 for you. Wow, time's flying by.
Stepping into opportunity, too. That's what you guys did in the playoffs. Speaking of opportunities, talk about San Diego, the opportunity to build some team chemistry. Tell us about that, because we saw it on like Twitter, and we saw it on some pictures on Instagram of you guys in San Diego, and everybody who was able, everybody who wasn't hurt was there. We'll talk about how that all came about.
Thanks, I'll take it. Well, we as a young team, obviously, I think Neil said it many times, building between 23 and 27, obviously around zero, Oakland's finest. So we wanted to make sure we got everybody together, all the new guys that are in from Plumlee to Phil Pressey to everybody. We wanted to get whoever was available, in a secluded area. I think I came up with the idea to pick San Diego because a lot of teams go to LA and Vegas, and then it turns into more of a fiesta, so to speak. And we wanted to make sure we were actually working out. Dame had the idea to get everybody together and kind of coordinated hotels, coordinated flights, and wanted to make sure everybody was in a position to be able to make it for a 5 to 7 day period. And I think we ended up having 11 or 12 guys. We put together morning workouts where we would do some skill work, maybe split up in a little bit of drills and do some closeouts and some different type of things, and then we go into 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and occasionally 5-on-5, and then we'd also complete a lift afterwards, and then we incorporated a beach workout, some team bonding, some dinners. Mr. Leonard was able to pick up a couple of my tabs, and that was greatly appreciated. Hey. Taxes are a killer. So I was happy he could pick that up. Although I know that wedding had to be off the chain, so I tried to return the favor when I can. But I think it was a great trip overall. Obviously, Meyers Leonard can fill you in on some of this stuff.
It was a great trip overall. From the basketball side of things, obviously that's great, but it's more the intangibles. The building of personal relationships. Someone had asked me about it the other day, and I said, it's more about getting to know the guys. It's different playing against guys as compared to playing with them and have them on your team. So, trying to have them embrace the culture, change the culture a little bit, have them understand Terry's system, and just try to get things further along than what it probably would have been like for a different team, for example. Right now, after San Diego, everyone's pretty much been here after Labor Day. For me, this going into my 4th year, that's unheard of. And anybody else I talk to, they never have, the entire team there going over drills, going over, some plays and stuff, just trying to talk each other again through the system, building chemistry and playing 5-on-5. I mean, it's incredible. So San Diego was great. Again, building relationships, going out to lunch with a couple of the guys, hanging out at the gym, just picking each other's brains, talking about the upcoming season. So, I think it was awesome that, again, Dame and CJ and I kind of happened to get it, all the ideas, brought together, and it was a great week. So, it's been a really good summer for all of us, I think.
Is Lillard stepping into that role as leader? Or are you guys helping him out? How does that involve you?
I think Dame, even in the past, has done a pretty good job of trying to be, a leader. Obviously a little bit behind LaMarcus. LaMarcus had been here for a while, and that was kind of, his role. And Dame was just trying to do his thing, kind of be his wingman. And now Dame obviously is stepping in to a much bigger role than even before. He's obviously an incredible player, a great teammate, great person, but now an expanded, leadership role. And, I think he understands that and is owning it. Getting San Diego put together, holding guys accountable in open gym, playing one-on-one with some of the younger guys, Pat, Luis, CJ, even, some of the other guys. So, I think he's doing a great job. And then I know for CJ and I know I can speak for myself, but, kind of being his wingman, we've been around, we know Terry's system. And we, even though guys like Gerald and Al Farouk, they came in, they've been around, but us being able to, kind of give them, from a player perspective, what kind of stuff coach is looking for, from plays, from spacing to, defensive concepts, all those kinds of things. So, I would say, CJ and I are, trying to be right there alongside Dame, helping all the guys out. So,
you talk about the process of getting to know one another from a team standpoint. You guys were down in Vegas, and you got to see some of this, but Noah Vonleh surprised some people with the way he played at Summer League. And then I saw him last week. I know he's always been big, but he's just 20 years old. Mm-hmm. He's put on some muscle. And I was talking to Steve Blake the other day because, Steve knows the NBA and was talking about Vonleh and the way he sees him play. Talking about lower body strength and using your body right. And he said he plays the right way. Are you excited to play with him, CJ?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. We spent a little bit of time together in Santa Barbara. We went to P3, and I ended up meeting him out there, and I worked out for 3 days. He stayed for 3 or 4 weeks. I just was there for the testing, but he looked good then, but they did a great job of kind of taking his body to the next level. I think he understands the importance of the opportunity ahead for him, and being traded as a lottery pick early on in his career. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's looking forward to proving himself, and he's a guy who has a good work ethic. He wants to be good. He likes to listen, and like I said before, he works extremely hard. So I think, he's 19, 20 years old. His hands are off the chain. His hands are so big. It's the way he palms the ball and just drops in those jump hooks. And then he has a little bit of skill where he can take you off the bounce. I think he's going to be a very versatile player with a bright future. And Big Al was one of the guys who looked out for him while he was in Charlotte and while he was in Santa Barbara. I think Noah was there as well, so he was able to see, 2 guys who were obviously Noah's an energy player who can pass and play off the pinch post. Then you got Big Al who's unstoppable from the block. So I think that was good for him to see them as veterans working at P3 and understand, like, okay, I'm a young guy, I got to work even harder.
What's the biggest challenge this young team has going into the season?
I would say, continuing to build chemistry and not let mistakes and, kind of youth continue to pile up. Don't let, a loss really affect you, or don't let a bad play affect you 2, 3, 4 plays down the line. I can speak to that as a young player. Sometimes that happens. Your confidence wavers, and you're constantly thinking about, what you can do better or what you just did wrong, and then you end up making a defensive mistake. Then you get yanked, get put on the bench, or, So I think just trying to remain as consistent as possible and just buy into the process. Have faith in it. Continue to work as a team. Understand what exactly Coach Stotts and the rest of the coaching staff is looking for, and just go out every night and play as hard as we can.
Yeah. Are you worried about CJ hogging the ball?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You look at a guy like that, in the playoffs. I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, that's
talk about
might carry over.
Yeah, exactly. And it will. But him being able to score off the dribble.
See, he's not even letting that affect him. He knows what Rice is saying.
I know he's
trying
turning
the conversation. That's the sign of a pro.
Well, I know what he's trying to do, but no, CJ, seriously, he's great off the dribble. Continues to expand his game, like you talked about, trying to work better in the pick and roll, find guys. A lot of times he's good at the 1-2 dribble pull up. Obviously spacing to 3, and then of course, for both of us, working on defense. It's one thing to be able to score the ball, but you got to be able to play on both ends of the court. So.
Talk about the big story that people were talking about today that was written that you spent some time with Steve Nash because there's going to be some backup point guard minutes available for you, obviously, along with the off-guard spots. And, we tend to always label them, but I know Coach Stotts just kind of likes the term guard. And What did you learn from Steve Nash, and how do you feel about playing some point?
Oh, I feel very comfortable with it now. I think I have a better understanding of what coach is looking for, a better understanding of how to kind of direct guys. And I think as I've continued to play in the NBA and I've continued to work and kind of study different point guards across the NBA, starting with Dame, obviously, being able to play against him every day, you have to understand tempo, you got to understand pace. And I think the biggest thing is just understanding that I can get a shot whenever I want. I can get to a spot, but I got to continue to get others better, make players around me better. That's something that you have to work on as a scorer, like a guy who's, thinking score first, thinking get a bucket, thinking get to the hole. You got to think, all right, get to this spot. But as I move left, Meyers is moving right, and I got to be able to continue to see others. And I think with Steve, obviously he's a Hall of Famer. He's got a great understanding of basketball, but he's a guy who could score too, and he could shoot really well. So I think that's what you could use to your advantage in pick and rolls. You make guys pay, and what he told me was that it's all about the setup. You set up guys, everything's a setup to a counter. So you set up guys, you come off that screen, and your eyes are always looking like Steve Blake does. Eyes are scanning the floor. He's always looking, keep the dribble alive, and just continue to make plays. But I think that was a big 3 days for me. Obviously, it's only 3 days, but you can learn a lot from a guy spending hours with him 2 days. And then I stayed the rest of the time in practice and worked out with staff and the national team. But I think, just taking some time to listen to him and see his approach to basketball, to see he still has a love for the game, and for him to just bounce ideas off me and actually physically work me out and get on the court with me, I really appreciate that, and I took his advice to heart, and I think it'll pay off for me.
Could Steve Nash still play in the NBA?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think he could play back-to-backs. Obviously, back-to-backs with the back, no pun.
Yeah.
But I think it's a unfortunate situation for him. His body is not able to withstand the physicalities of the NBA anymore, but physically he's in good shape. He could still shoot. He still passes.
Yeah.
The best, you got to keep your hands ready. You know what I'm saying? But I think Steve Nash had a great career. He's a guy who did more with less. A small guy, able to maneuver pick and rolls, able to shoot and lead an offense.
He's one of the great pick and roll point guards of all time.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
So you talk about the things that you learn from, you mentioned it already, but just those little things, that intangible things, the reads, the quick reads, the decision making.
Yeah.
When he was running that with both Dallas and Phoenix, I mean, it was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, just the decision making. I mean, you go look at old film of him, or when I was younger, I always used to watch games, and left hand, right hand, outlet passes. He did it all. I mean, his ability to make a quick, precise decision was off the charts.
And how much money did he make for other guys?
Amari Stoudemire.
Sean Marion.
Guys rolling to the basket.
Sean Mary.
Quentin Richardson. I mean,
Richardson.
everybody would leave Phoenix or leave his system, and then all of a sudden you'd never hear from him again, but they got these huge contracts, and you realize the importance of playing with a good point guard.
Yeah, I think what I took away from him most was when to shoot versus when to pass. I think that's the biggest thing you learn, because when you're at the two, you're thinking score. You look at the two guards across the NBA, from Wesley Matthews all the way across the board, they're thinking score. They catch the ball, it's thinking, all right, Dame gave me the ball for a reason, it's time to attack. When you're playing the guard, you're initiating the offense, you got to think, all right, let me set this guy up, let me get him a shot. All right, late shot clock, now it's time for me to boogie. So that's kind of how I approach it now. All
right, take us to break.
You're watching Trailblazers Courtside.
You got it.
You're watching Trailblazers Courtside on Comcast Sportsnet.
Back to you.
Welcome back to Trailblazer Courtside. Sorry, I was watching some video from my brother's preseason game today. He had 27-7.
Wow.
Just wanted to shout him out, you know what I'm saying?
He's been playing.
Oh, yeah, he can play.
Yeah,
he can play.
He's a bucket getter.
Yeah, he can play with the best of them. We're going to answer some questions now from Twitter. We're going to take some time. Hopefully they can put it up here on the screen.
Hashtag TB Courtside. Don't forget that.
Hashtag TB Courtside.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not ready yet, I think I'm going to go with
I like that one first. Who would win in a three-point shootout?
Are you going to answer first? I'll give you a chance to answer first.
On the whole team, or you two?
I don't.
Just you guys?
I assume they probably mean between CJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
good.
think it would be really close, but
I don't think
CJ would definitely have me off the move.
Okay.
I'm talking about just
he would definitely have me off the move. But if it was
standing.
standstill,
like
if
All-Star
we
Week.
could take 20 minutes to shoot a shot, Meyers Leonard would probably
Whoa.
win.
I've been working on it this summer, buddy.
The
It
wind
would be
up.
close, but I think CJ, if we did a combination of shots, would win.
Wow.
But just threes standing?
I think I would win.
Three-point shooting.
I don't know. I might have to bet on the big
standstill,
guy.
I think I would win.
It depends on the type of three-point.
Okay, just
Correct.
like All-Star Weekend type, off the rack.
I never shot off the rack. Well, since high school, but I mean, I think I got one of the best jump shots in the world, so I'm going to go with me.
I like that.
All right, next
I'm
question.
going to say Meyers Leonard. Like,
Well, I like that one too. Are you mad about your 2K rating? I've probably played like 2 games of 2K in my life, and I have no idea what my rating is. I don't know about you.
I'm 72 right now, and I don't know how I feel about that. But Kobe got 85, so let's say I should be higher than Kobe. But can I get like a 75? Like, can I get 10 and below? You know?
Yeah, sure.
But hey, you can't control that stuff. That's not really.
You knew what the rating was, though, so that's saying something.
Oh yeah, I knew. Yeah.
Well, you definitely
I
do.
played 2K.
Why don't you answer one of these?
Which new Blazers are you most excited about? HES_M. Nice name. I think we got a lot of talent. I like Al Farouk. I think his ability to play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, will be effective. And
Yeah,
I think
speaking of a guy who had got a good
Al
point.
Farouk
he
was
did.
balling, and he got a nice little corner 3 ball. A lot of
Yeah.
people have
I watched him today in the corner, 3 straight.
Yeah.
Yes, he
bang,
can.
bang, bang. So
He
I
can
like,
score there.
yeah,
What would I say?
I think he'll help. And Ed Davis has a motor. He's a
Yeah.
guy who's
he
constantly on the boards, and I think.
But he's
everybody-
left-handed.
Yeah, everyone will help. You know,
All of
everybody
the
else.
best of them
it's
are.
going to be a combined effort this year. That's what it's going to be. You know, it's going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of building of chemistry. But
Well, talk about a guy that you've been banging with that we haven't talked about, Mason.
yeah, I was just that's what my answer is going to be. You know, coaches put us alongside each other a few games here, and obviously, if we're in the game together, I'll be spacing and he'll be playing more of a 5 role. But I like playing alongside Mason. It seems like we naturally kind of have a little bit of a chemistry going, so it'll be fun to play alongside him.
CJ, spacing, does that mean he's going to shoot the outside shot a lot?
Spacing just means that they're going to have to pick and choose who they want to help off of. A guy who shot 73% from 3
Ooh.
in the playoffs, you're not going to necessarily want to leave him. I'm just saying. And then that creates a closeout opportunity for Meyers to show some of his versatility.
And it opens up a lane for you to drive. too.
Exactly. I wasn't going to say that. I'm thinking more, selfless.
Sure.
And not selfish. I'm going to answer a question from my Twitter here from B-Ball Breakdown. How often will we see a Meyers McCollum pick and roll this season? I think this is a question better suited for Coach Stotts, who I'm sure is watching this. So if you're watching this at home, I know you are. Just make sure you are prepared for the M&M, the Meyers McCollum pick and rolls.
Oh, Eminem. I like that.
Yeah, because the pick and rollo, which we used to talk about, that's not around anymore.
Pick and
so we
rollo.
had to have a new one come
Yeah.
in. So that sounds pretty good.
M&M.
M&M pick
The
and
M&Ms
roll.
are pretty tasty.
Good.
Coach Stotts, listen.
Yeah. I'm going to keep.
What do you
scrolling
got?
here. If you guys,
Hashtag TB Courtside. These guys will get your tweets. That's what we're doing this segment of Fans About You.
Okay, keep them rolling.
Who's that from? Wolfman?
No, it's from Big John. Anyway.
That's Big John.
Okay.
Better watch your back. This guy CJ will take your job.
Talking to me.
He's doing a pretty good job running
Yeah,
this.
he sure is.
I think they're talking more about Rice, but that's.
Yeah, believe me.
I don't.
There are a lot of people looking at my job.
Mike's getting older, and I don't want to take his job right now. He's at a comfortable place. He has a nice routine. It wouldn't be fair for me to take his job. So he's safe. He's safe for now. I'll allow him to keep his job. However, if he keeps talking about how he's going to beat me in tennis, we may have to put a little friendly wager up.
I tell you what, I never have to pay another mortgage payment if I played you in tennis.
Oh
Wow.
Casey, hold on.
All I know is it won't be until after the season because if you take CJ out to the tennis court or something, he rolls an ankle. I'm sure you will not be around
We'll play
long.
after the season.
You'd roll an ankle because I'd be running you.
We got a question from Casey. Do you know where I can find a replacement stem for a Danco Adder shower faucet?
Let me go with.
It's a good question.
I don't know. Restoration Hardware.
Wow.
Yeah,
Depends
Walmart's always a good opportunity. Always low prices.
There you go.
Guaranteed.
And we're handing away commercials now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
What else we got?
Is anybody
Wow.
making money on these?
This one, you can take this one.
What's this one?
Right there.
Yeah.
Blazers have a shot at the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, that's a.
You know what? Some people have asked me about this. Obviously,
Okay.
everyone always wants to bring up basketball when they're around me. Real shocker there, but
When you shop at Fred Meyers, I see you walking down the aisles. They tell me about you.
yeah, sure. Yeah. Anyway, to answer the question, I think we do have a shot. You know, it's obviously it's going to be tough. You know, there's no doubt about that. I mean, the West is a beast. You know, I think if if we're in the East, it's a different story. You know, I think we'd have a really good chance to make the playoffs. You know, it's just the way it kind of is, the way the NBA is right now. But like I said earlier, it's going to take chemistry and figuring out how each guy can play a role and then continue to expand their role to make us successful. But I think looking at our roster, the pieces that Neil and everyone have kind of put together makes sense. And you know, watching an open gym, I'm always one to think about, you know, the last play and kind of look at things and look at film. And you know, I think we have pieces. So you know, we have to come out every night and play as hard as we can. You know, it's cliche, but it's the truth. And we'll see what happens.
CJ, does it inspire you, make you mad, it motivates you when people say, they're going to win 30 games?
I mean, I kind of just ignore the noise. You know what I mean? That's people's jobs. You guys' job to make predictions, and you have a right to your own opinion. And based on our roster, people are gonna make those off the wall things. They would be lucky to win 20 games and 25 games.
Will that help you mentally? That people are saying that?
I don't need any extra motivation.
Okay.
I don't play this game for those reasons. I play this game because I love it. I'm good at it, and I feel like I have a lot to prove, and not just from a winning game standpoint, but from an individual standpoint to prove I deserve to be out there and I deserve to be a consistent player, and that's what motivates me. The other stuff is just noise, and it's just extra cake, extra icing on the cake.
Do you read the paper every day?
I read the paper pretty often.
Do you? After games, you'll read the Oregonian, and
I read the good, the bad, the ugly, the
whole
trade him.
Because a lot of them they pay no attention. You know, they don't want to. Do you read the paper?
It's hit or miss. I did for a period of time shut everything down. I didn't read anything. I turned my social media off. But I'm much better at blocking all the negativity out. It is what it is. But like CJ said, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. Now, let me just say this: if I were to hand half of those people an NBA basketball and tell them to shoot from the 3-point line, what do you think would happen? That sure was right.
It'd be like CJ playing me in tennis. You know what I mean?
Oh, my goodness. That is ridiculous.
Take us to a break, CJ.
That's ridiculous. You're watching Trailblazers Courtside on Comcast Sportsnet. CJ McCollum, Eminem, and M.
Oh, yeah.
Money.
I'm 2 for 2.
Let me just scoot it back here. This is where I'm used to.
Here's Damon Stoudemire.
Oh, brick.
Oh, yeah.
Cash.
Baby.
That was
Cash.
I'd have CJ's money in 2 sports. There it is.
Put Walton in the hoop.
Buckets.
Watch the fingertips.
Taking it back. We taking it back.
Yeah, take it back.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
3.
In and out. Oh, give me the pass.
all right.
Hit
Billy
me.
Walton.
I'm open.
Got to be a money.
I'm open.
Money shot. Bang.
You'll be saying that all
Cash.
year.
Well, I just
Bricks.
bricked that one.
By the way,
Floater.
speaking of, would you say Bill Walton a minute ago?
Yeah.
You know, the NBA lost a good one in Moses Malone.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Way
you know,
too
I've
young.
heard a lot of people talk about him.
Oh.
How impossible it was to box out.
Did you guys see any tape of him back when he was
Oh,
playing?
yeah.
I seen some of him on the NBA.
Just a
classes.
monster on the boards. I mean, it's crazy.
When he was 18, he was in the Dapper Dan game in Pittsburgh and just ran everybody out. He had 42 points and about 38 rebounds.
Oh, my gosh.
He was a rebounding monster.
And you know, he was a Trailblazer for a short time.
Yeah.
They got him in the ABA dispersal draft and had him through a couple of exhibition games. But back then, the NBA wasn't as big business as it was now. They couldn't afford him as far as money-wise. It wasn't going to work out. So ended up trading him. But nobody really noticed it because that season the Trailblazers won the NBA championship.
Okay, yeah.
And there you kind of see what his history was to the NBA. But, of course, MVP in '83 with the 76ers. And got him in that ABA draft. But
one of only 4 total to have 25,000 points and over 15,000 rebounds.
He used to.
Kareem, Wilt, and one other player. I'm drawing a blank on that. But
Yes, so my.
Tim Duncan?
He used to miss layups just so he could get the rebound and put it back and miss. Right. He was unbelievable. He's right up there. He's ahead of Rodman in rebounds per game, but he 5.6 rebounds per game in his career.
And only 60. And he played in the Caddies for Cure the last few years.
I met him a couple times.
Yeah.
Really good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you guys want to answer more questions, or did you want to?
Yeah.
You had something for
Well,
Mike.
anyway,
I
first
got
of all,
something.
I'm welcoming everyone back. So welcome back, Trailblazers Courtside.
There you go.
On Comcast Sports.
That's called a reset. Way to go.
Wait, great job. Way to reset us. Thanks.
Sure.
Yeah.
As you all know, I'm CJ McCollum here with Meyers Leonard. The thing I do, and I've done for a long time on my Sirius XM radio show.
Sure.
When can we hear that, by the way?
We can hit. I'm off air right now.
All right.
I'm focusing on basketball right now. But
Good.
when I am going to go on air, I will give you guys a tweet and let you guys know what's
Perfect.
going on. But
How nice of you.
right now, I'm focusing on the jab jumpers and things of that nature. But I usually do a quick hitter segment where I rapid fire questions at my guest. And since we're both guests and I'm the host, you're the lucky one who gets to answer the questions.
Perfect. Okay, so do I have a time limit as to how fast I have to answer them?
You can answer them as fast as you want or as slow as you want.
Okay, deal. That'll be easy. You're
All
not,
right.
You're not going to stump me.
You ready?
Yeah, sure.
French fries or tater tots?
Depends on where it's from.
Oh, here we go. We got
Jay.
one.
French fries.
French fries?
Yeah, for sure.
MacBook or PC?
MacBook for sure.
Apple or orange?
An Apple.
Favorite cereal?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, CJ.
That's an easy one.
Well, Captain Crunch
He's
berries.
indecisive.
Yeah, okay.
Captain Crunch.
Berries?
Oh yeah.
But across the board for versatility, Frosted Flakes. How do you beat Frosted Flakes?
I mean,
I
they're
love
solid, but I love Captain Crunch berries.
They tear up. They tear up. the
Honey
top of
Nut
your mouth. You have them
Cheerios.
like once a
What?
month.
All right.
Sorry, we're getting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to me. No, just kidding. Red wine or white wine?
I mean, come on, CJ. You know that's a definite pick of what you're eating. But if I had to pick,
Okay.
Pairing wine.
yeah, it's pairing wine. You know, if you're eating fish, you gotta have white. You know, if I mean, but I would rather have a really nice fillet with a nice red wine.
What if you've already eaten and you just want to have a glass before you go
Probably
to bed?
red. Probably red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering. Take it back to college now.
Okay.
Library or studying in the dorm?
What's a library?
Oh, here no. We actually we have mandated study hours. I'd rather be in the library though because I'm a big time people watcher. Not that people are up and walking.
You're supposed to be studying.
Well,
And you're married now, so that
He
eliminates
said
that.
people watching. He
People
didn't say
watching.
girl watching.
Yeah, I know what he was watching at Illinois.
and in my freshman year, I might as well have been married to Ellie.
All right.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
tried to.
Since you are married, I have to ask, do you watch Orange is the New Black?
I don't. We have a few shows that we watch though.
You should watch it. It's actually a good show. I'm a fan of it,
All right, deal.
personally.
I'm sure.
All right, we'll go to some more Portland-based questions now. Favorite restaurant in Portland?
Ox.
Ox. Wow, look at you. You're
That was
so
quick.
good.
Really, really good. Couple of chefs. Good variety of food.
Where is that?
It's out. It's northeast.
Northeast. Okay.
Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it before. It's pretty good. Favorite ice cream out here?
Salt and straw.
Salt and Straw. Shout out to Salt and Straw.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Sea salt and
those
caramel.
gift cards our way.
Send the gift cards our way.
Sea salt and caramel.
Don't forget about us. Yes. Oh, it's amazing.
All right.
I seen this on Twitter. Guilty pleasure.
I don't even know what that means.
It could be anything. Like mine is French fries.
Wow.
I knew I'd get them.
Can be playing video games.
America. I stumped them.
No, he definitely didn't stump me.
Yes.
Definitely sweets. I mean,
There you go.
I love sweets.
Sweets. Talk to us a little bit about your game day routine.
I do literally the same exact thing every day. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get ready, I go to the gym. I get to the gym, I go eat breakfast. I eat the same thing. I eat 3 eggs scrambled with turkey, onion, and avocado, and either a banana muffin or waffle with syrup and butter. Then I go roll out. I go to the gym. I go into the gym. I shoot my shots. Game day rituals. Then we go through walkthrough. I go back in. I get in the cold tub. For about 12 minutes every day.
12 minutes.
I get a shower. I get dressed. I go home.
How cold is the tub? Tell the fans. I know they're.
I think it's like 45, 50 degrees.
45, 50.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of cold,
It's like the Willamette then.
Yeah,
Well,
just like the Willamette.
So
In January.
Yeah.
I get back home. Normally play a little bit of video games or I watch a TV show. Go upstairs. I take a nap with my dog. I get up. I eat. I go to the arena. Go through my pregame routine.
Buckets.
Buckets.
Go to chapel. Don't forget about that.
Mike Tatlock.
There you go.
Shout out to Mike Tatlock if you're watching.
Mike's a great guy. He did my wedding even. He did my wedding.
He did a great job at your wedding.
He did.
Yeah, I was there.
The number one comment I got about the wedding, of course everyone's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful out here. Congrats to you guys." But I'll tell you, Mike, did an unbelievable job. So, shout
He
out to
did.
Mike.
He did. He's the best.
Shout out to Mike. I guess I'm number 3. We'll do 3 more questions.
Good deal.
The best place to vacation. And if you're going to say Italy, the fans are going to be disappointed.
Well, okay, I won't say Italy,
Okay, good.
but I will say this: Italy's a beautiful place.
Tualatin's a
If you
nice
get
place
chance
to go on vacation.
Yeah, sure.
To Tualatin?
What? Huh?
I was thinking Tiger.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I'm just gonna.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
would be up there, but I mean, Hawaii is very nice. It's very, very nice. Probably Maui.
I like Hawaii.
Yeah, Kauai was beautiful. I went there last All-Star break.
How you say it? Napoli?
I don't know.
Kanapali?
Kanapali. I knew it.
It was a good try, though.
I knew it.
Question, so people forget about the fact that you just said that.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Gresham?
I have not.
I have.
Oh, well.
I've been to Gresham.
If
Yeah,
you talk
but
about
I-
vacation.
No, we're,
say
we're
this.
taking over his segment.
No,
Someone
okay.
was asking me about this, but Ellie and I tried to do everything. We go to the mountain. We went been to the coast.
Yeah.
Hood River.
The Hood
Yeah.
River?
Oh my gosh! Forget you.
Never
said
been to
that.
the Hood River.
Yeah, sure thing.
So what was your point?
That
Do you like to do everything?
I embrace the culture of Portland.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
exactly it.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's cute.
2 more questions, CJ. Hurry up.
Yeah, you got to take a break between them too. So ask your first one, then take a break.
Favorite city that you've been to in the NBA? NBA city. Favorite NBA city besides Portland?
Oh,
Besides Portland. Okay, I'm going to give you a half and half. I like Indy/Chicago because of family and friends. They're right there. Or LA. I like to play at the best at Staples.
No,
Aside from the Moda Center, I'm obviously biased at this point, but
You like to play at the best? Is that what you said?
at the Moda Center,
Oh, at the Moda Center. Oh, you like to play at the Moda Center the best. Gotcha.
What about you?
Favorite arena to play in?
Besides Portland.
I like to play in the Warriors arena.
Oh yeah, it's always got a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
favorite city outside arena.
You're watching Trailblazers
He's going to
Courtside
break.
on
Going to
Comcast
break.
Get the guy's
Sportsnet.
way.
You know, America, you see how Mike's treating us. You see how he's treating us. Can't even let me rock out for a day. Welcome back to the Trailblazers Courtside. CJ McCollum being joined by Eminem.
That's right. Last segment.
Eminem. Last segment.
Yeah,
What
last
shall we
segment.
talk about?
Nice job, guys.
thanks for joining in so far.
Appreciate it.
We're almost done. Hang with us here.
Hang with us here. Myers has got dinner tonight.
Yeah.
You guys going out to dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, CJ, I'm going to beat you to the punch. Rapid fire right here. Ready? LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
LeBron James.
Wow.
Kidding.
Wait, you're kidding?
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kobe or LeBron?
Wait, are you
Kobe or LeBron?
Is he getting questions?
Kobe or LeBron?
right now? LeBron.
Ever.
Right now?
Hurry up.
LeBron.
LeBron.
Ever?
Yeah.
Kobe until LeBron gets.
Okay, you're starting an NBA team. You're a GM.
Who
You
am I
take
taking?
Kobe in your prime or LeBron in their prime?
LeBron in his prime.
I don't know why you just said Kobe then. Anyway, no offense to Kobe.
He answered your question.
Rings and things.
Ducks or Beavers?
Rings and things.
Ducks or Beavers?
I won't answer this question.
There you go. Nice
CJ,
job.
I've answered it before. I can't. They don't like it. They get angry at me. They say you go to
All right,
Ducks
listen,
games, but you don't go to Beaver
fans
games.
listening in, give CJ a break here.
You
He's
go
just
to
gonna
Beaver
answer-
games. You
he's
don't
gonna
go to
answer it.
Duck games.
Yeah,
I don't want to
answer
hear
it.
that.
He's gonna answer it truthfully, and don't get mad at him.
Lehigh Mountain Hawks.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Anyway,
Don't leave out Portland State. Now they're undefeated.
yeah, they're undefeated.
Buckeyes.
Buckeyes. Okay, last one. First, I forget that.
All right.
Favorite NFL team?
Cleveland Browns. You know this.
I know.
And they got blown out
Yeah.
first
Like
game.
that. Doesn't sound like it was just one game.
All right, CJ, what else you got?
Do you guys ramp up before training camp, or do you take a couple days off before camp begins?
No, I ramp right up. I don't really.
You
take
don't
much
even
time
take a
off.
break, huh?
I'll take like a 48 hours or so.
You're not going to go like elk hunting with Cayman or anything?
No, not right
that's
now.
That's more fire speed. I'm not.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just was
gonna take a trip to the Hood River.
Yeah.
You want to go to the Hood River?
How was your walk around Trillium Lake?
It was fun. My girlfriend dragged me to Mount Hood and made me walk around Trillium Lake.
Oh wow.
So that's what I did. But it was a lot of fun. It was very nice to see some of the environment.
You got anything you want to plug in the last 15 seconds?
Anything I want to plug?
Yeah, sure.
Follow them on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter at CJ McCollum. Follow me on Instagram at 3J McCollum. Follow the legend Meyers Leonard. Shouts out to Wells Fargo.
Meyers Leonard 11.
Yeah.
Meyers Leonard 11.
Myers Leonard 11.
And don't forget about my dog, Bella Leonard 11.
Bella Leonard 11.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, sure.
See you next week, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching, tuning in.